Okay, so this was putting together my favorite King Gizzard albums in order, all 25 of them. Number 26 coming soon, apparently. It was the bottom four were easy, but then beyond that, man, then there was little chunks here and there, like two or three albums in a row. I'd be like, okay, yeah, I feel good about that. But as I was about to say there, if I didn't, the bottom four I feel like, should be everybody's bottom four. I don't know who I am to say that, but I mean, it took some bands their first albums are their greatest stuff, and then there's bands like King Gizzard that just like jump into being a band and kind of figure it all out later. And so, therefore, having said that, at number 25 and 24, we got Willoughby's Beach and 12 Bar Brews. There's not even a couple of songs on those I like. 23 and 22, we got Oddments and Eyes Like the Sky. I would say out of those four, Willoughby's Beach, 12 Bar Brew, Bars, blah, 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 I'm two songs in and can't even, four albums in, can't even talk. I would say Eyes Like the Sky, I've probably listened to the most. So maybe you could argue, hey man, you need to listen to 12 Bar Brews a little more. You need to, mix some more Oddments into your life. A little Willoughby's Beach. No, I feel like I don't at this point. I have heard those, heard almost every song on them two or three times. I did give them a chance. That's the great thing. Pretty quick album, short songs. So let's get beyond those first four. This is where it got a little tricky. Some people could. I only watched one other, looked at one other thing. It was a video I watched. A guy had his 10 favorite King Gizzard albums. And I was like, okay, so this is, maybe I'm not on the same page as people. People aren't on the same page as me. But three of his 10 were only, once I ultimately got to my top 10. I only agreed with three of that guy's, and they were totally different order. So then let's just get to it, man. Quit fumbling around. This is going to be a long video at this point. Made in Timeland at number 21. Only two songs, and one of them I really don't like at all. So that kind of made that one stand out. As okay, we'll put this one very down there at the bottom. Float Along. Okay. It's got a head on pill, obviously. It's got Let Me Mend Your Past. So it's got a couple of songs that I can put on a playlist and listen to on a regular basis. 19, Paper Mache. Not a lot to say about that. And then 18, some people's favorite. Petro, Dragonic, yada yada yada. I like Witchcraft. It has definitely grown on me. And the first single that they put out, I watched that video over and over again. So I guess kind of that one grew on me. But ultimately, I felt pretty good about putting this one down here. And then at one time, I really liked at number 17, Quarters. The Quarters album. Still love The River. But I don't find myself going back to those other three very often. So that's why Quarters found itself down here in the bottom part of my favorite King Gizzard albums. At number 16, we had Sketches of Brunswick. I've kept flip-flopping this one. Sketches, I'm in your mind, Sketches, I'm in your mind. So, that one lately has been, I've been listening to it a lot. And then at number 14, Murder of the Universe. Again, not a lot to say about 14 and 13, Infest the Rat's Nest. Although, Mars for the Rich. If I was putting together a top 25 songs, I probably wouldn't make it in there. But I do like parts of Infest the Rat's Nest. And even same thing with Old Murder of the Universe, And then Fishing for Fishies at number 12. This one easily could have fallen all the way back to like maybe 15 or 16. Was one the ability to just listen to it over and over again, though, I feel like maybe notched it up a little bit. I remember one particular night at work doing just an awful job. I was months into listening to the band, and I realized I hadn't listened to a whole lot of Fishing for Fishies. And I must have listened to it 5-6 times in a row that night. Just woo, woo, shoo, kind of like you're supposed to do with Nonagon Infinity. I did it with Fishing for Fishies. A lot of Steely Dan vibes on there. And so let's move on to number 11, Butterfly 3000. While it does have two of my absolute favorite songs, Interior People and Catching Smoke, just outside the top 10. Although I'm already kind of disagreeing with myself because I see, and these could flip-flop, obviously. But I see here at number 10, I've got Gumboot Soup, I think already. And I just have, I put this list together throughout the day here. Finishing it not long ago, being like, yep, that's the list. Already, I think Gumboot should have been at 11 and Butterfly 3000 should have been in the top 10. But here we are. This is what we're doing. Already got a little graphic made, apparently. Or will it be over here? Or will they appear anywhere? They've got, it did have The Wheel. That was one of the songs, and All Is Known. Although sometimes live we get Cookie doing Down the Sink. That should have knocked it to number 11. And Interior People and Catching Smoke. Shanghai. Butterfly should have probably been up there. KG at number 9. Flying Microtonal. I gotta, start getting through this. We're already 5 minutes in. I don't want this to be one of these 27-minute King Gizzard fan videos, all right? KG at number 9. Out of KG and LW, I definitely prefer LW. Flying Banana at number 8. Omnium Gatherum at number 7, although I really do love me some Magenta Mountain and the Dripping Tap. Somehow it fell all the way to number 7. Two songs just maybe is what it is. We got the Garden Goblin, Gaia. Gaia definitely brought it down a little bit, man. And I'm not just like I don't totally dislike metal. Maybe I'm more like the older stuff, I suppose. I'm starting to become a bit of a get off my lawn unless it's Slayer guy. I did like Trivium, a little bit more of a modern metal band. I kind of liked them a little bit. So I'm not a total old fuddy-duddy when it comes to heavy metal, but LW at number 6 definitely has some great, that's another one I can listen. Now we're getting into albums that I can just listen to all the way through. And it's like, but then number 7, you only like a couple songs. Man, those songs are Magenta Mountain live, man, what they're doing with the Dripping Tap live, although it is becoming a little bit chomper, I'll say. They'll be doing that to my Dripping Tap, all right? Although, man, Ambrose is a performer. Now, number 6, LW. Number 5, Polygondwanaland. Number 4, not to just skip right over that, Crumbling Castle. Again, one of the first songs I really liked. Horology, another one. So yeah, Crumbling Cat. Some of these albums, while maybe like currently I'm not listening to a lot, I did notice like if they were the albums I really fell for early, I seem to have a little bias towards those. If I was like having trouble deciding like between A or B, the one that I really liked early seemed to get the nod. Like Polygona over LW, even Flying Banana down there at 8. Took me a minute to get into that one. But Polygondwanaland did not take me very long to get into. Laminated Denim, another one of just the 2 songs. Oh, ho, ho, Rose has joined the party. That's my cat, in case you were wondering. So we're going to definitely have to wrap this up, unfortunately, as we get to the 3. And that Hypertension, man, it's unbelievable they play that live. And then speaking of playing live, when they played Change live off the Changes album, that probably knocked that one up there. Always liked AstroTurf. And then, again, one of the songs that I liked early. Kind of always felt like that had a little Herbie Hancock feel to it, parts of that album. Number 2, Ice Planets, Death, Mushrooms, Lava, Volcanoes, Hurricanes, Australians. I'm about to say kangaroos. Would that be racist? I don't know how that goes. Obviously, come on, man. Kangaroos, Australians. Should slap myself in the face for that one. I haven't seen, I don't know, I don't believe we got a single, all right, let's move on. Let's move past the kangaroo thing, damn it. Got all the way to the number 1 album, obviously, at this point. You know what that one is. Nonagon Infinity, in this case, is closing the door. Really ran out of steam here, unfortunately, as we got towards the top video. The cat walking in really just kind of messed everything up. All right, guys, boom. That's the 25 albums. We got a 26th coming soon, and those top 3 are pretty solid. Laminated Denim as well. LW could maybe jump Polygona at some point. Flying Banana. Butterfly 3000 could be higher. Murder Dirter, Infest the Rat's Nest, they're always going to be right in the middle. Petro, Dragonic. Come on, man. You know it and I know it. Witchcraft is about the best. The last 3 minutes of that album are the best 3 minutes, unfortunately. Made in Timeland, maybe you got it higher. Float Along, maybe you got that higher. It was a pretty great album for being their 20th greatest album, in my opinion. All right, we're over 9 minutes. Boom. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. 25 albums in order by a guy in a hat wearing a North Carolina Outer Banks shirt who has a cat named Rose. The Silver Cord, they say, is the title of the new album. What are we going for 10 minutes? Let's go. Come on.